Logical order.
I don't have a list in front of me, Mayor.
But you put your mic by you.
I'm sorry. I don't have a list in front of me. I didn't bring that. I was there when the private investigator was selected. I know there were numerous occasions that council was asked to select a private investigator. There were numerous attempts made by people on council to bring a special investigator in for the administrative side, because Ms. Tully and Mr. Molnar indicated there were 3 phases to this, as I also indicated. There was the criminal side, which was the auditor eventually got. It was initially given to the Attorney General. There was the ethical side that Ms. Hannikin sent the packet to. And council was also told there's an administrative side of this that needs to be investigated. You can be an atrocious employee and it not be a crime. That's why the third aspect needed to be investigated. And that was told to council several times over. And in fact, I do have an email. I had some correspondence with Mr. Engel. I've had some with Ms. Hannikin. And I believe it's on November 9th. I sent an email response back to Ms. Hannikin stating, the administrative allegations are the sole issue council has direct authority to address. You stated in your email, I prefer a rapid solution to the investigation of allegations about the finance director and the mayor, and the chief's actions have superseded council's plan of action. My actions have done nothing to supersede council's plans. If a rapid solution is what council requested, why hasn't council assigned a special investigator to address these administrative allegations that are now 2 months old? That's where we were at. Because of that, my understanding is Ms. Tully went out and found some names. And Jan, Claire, if I have this wrong, because the mayor called me to his office and said, can you help me select someone to do this investigation? And that was shortly, I think that was the end of November. I came to the mayor's office. He had 4 names on a sheet of paper. I said, where did you get these from? He said, Jan gave them to me. And apparently, those names were supplied to council in a work session or something like that. I don't know. I said, explain to me where these names are from. The mayor said, Jan got 2 names from, I want to say, an attorney that she's on a board with. I think it's the Geauga County Prosecutor's Office or something like that. I said, eliminate those because it appears that they would have ties to Jan. So the mayor dropped those 2 from the list of 4. There was 2 other names left. One had a 216 area code and one had a 440 area code. I said, Ms. Hannikin doesn't want anybody from Geauga County or Summit County, and I think Jan or Nick made a mention that we probably shouldn't have somebody from Stark County because that's where Scott was from. So I said, it's my opinion that 216 would be Geauga County. Let's try the 440. The mayor called the person. I think that was Mary Beth Wertz. I think she was out of Chagrin Falls maybe or something like that. She listed all her credentials. Sounded like she could handle it because this was her area of expertise. And that's how the person was selected, to the best of my knowledge.
Oh, John, let me just clarify a few items with you. Number one, none of us, this was not a council agreement to have an administrative investigation. That never was agreed to. Second, in fact, we overrode the decision that the mayor made to do that. So start there. Second, I want to know from you on the floor, you said you forwarded both the mayor's issues and the finance director's issues to the Attorney General, which then went over to the Auditor of State. Do you have feedback from that second investigation of the mayor?
I have everything that you have. I have the report from the auditor.
Right. You have the report concerning Scott that basically said he had no criminal wrongdoing. Is that correct? Yes, that's basically it. So
that's not exactly
well,
true.
it is in fact true because I've gone through it in detail. Now,
well,
what I want you to tell me, I called the auditor's office yesterday.
Okay.
And I asked to speak to the supervising auditor for the investigation.
Who was that?
His name is Mike Spirit.
No, I was dealing with Chris Ruby.
Okay, I know, Chris Rudy is the investigator.
Right, exactly.
This is his boss.
Okay.
And I wanted to talk to him, I haven't gotten a call back yet. I have sent him an email which included all the information that was provided to us and basically as based on a public record. My question is, you have not received anything back from the auditor. Do we have an investigation number that we can utilize to find out where we are? Because I intend to ask for a public record concerning that.
Sylvia, all I have is what you guys have.
You do not have, did not provide you with a, as they did for the finance director, they didn't provide you with an identifier for their audit?
Nope.
Okay, then I will take further action and I will find it out.
How this happened was, I don't know if it's Jan or Dave asked that maybe I could find out where the investigation was, and I don't know, I apologize, it might have been.
Wasn't me.
Okay, it might have been Jan. That was, I want to say, end of January-ish. I want to say about the 19th, and I don't know if Josephine has a date or anything, but based on that email request from somebody on council, I then called the auditor's office and said, you know, where's our report? It's been a long time. Oh, it's done. Which, to me, since the city asked for the investigation, wouldn't it be prudent that they tell us when it's done? I mean, that kind of seems strange to me. I said, well, how do I get a copy? You have to send a letter, just basically say, give me a copy of the City of Macedonia investigation, send it to this gentleman. I don't have his information here, I've got it back over there, but send a letter to him and they'll send it out to you. It's down in Columbus someplace, 3rd floor or whatever. That's what I did. Hadn't heard back for a good while. I think somebody then asked again. I called, I asked Sonia to see if she can follow up and find out where this thing is, if they ever got it. She called down and they said, oh, we never got it. Can you just send an email to this address? We then turned around and sent an email, and I think we got it the next day. The only thing we have is, I believe, what everybody on council has. I don't have any reference numbers. When I initially asked for a copy of the report, they just said reference the City of Macedonia investigation or whatever it was. They didn't say.
Okay, well, that was just my question to you, if you'd received any identifiers.
No,
it's clear that we can apparently access this information, so I intend to follow up and make sure that we get all the information, and I'll be checking back.
I just had one comment.
To Mr. Manager,
Can I make one?
time is over.
Go ahead.
You're-
I just want to ask one question.
John, one more time.
I should